Alright, what's going on, folks? Welcome to electricity class. Let me get the video camera started up so you can see my pretty face. And we're going to cover this stuff. And we're not going to get too super heavy duty into this thing. I'll probably cover sections 20-1 through 20-3 and not go on to 24 yet. Yeah, let's just stick with that for now.
Charles, we both put new Dropboxes. The one I used, yeah.
You're right. I forgot. I didn't do that. No. The answer is no, I didn't. I'm sorry. I better get on that and do that right now. Or let me do that right after I'm done with class. Is that cool?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Because I also need to reassign homework and put up new Dropboxes. I'm not being very good with that stuff. I'm just kind of worried about the content so far. So I got a little PowerPoint. It's a pretty little PowerPoint. And we're going to talk today about this thing called electric potential and electric potential energy. Now, I know that Austin and Tiger, and maybe even you, Victor, have had this concept before, but all right.
I can't hear you. I'm getting a lot of feedback from the side.
One second, I'm sorry. Participants. Is that better?
Yeah, but now the video dropped.
The video dropped? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, now,
it's on my end.
the problem is I think that Kalena lives on an airfield. So the jets, was that a jet in the background, I'm assuming? Austin, Kalena, you don't need to talk, you guys can chat it to me. But I figured that there's probably like a jet landing on top of them. So so it gets a little loud. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to turn you guys off for now until the jet passes at least. Then we can get started up on this. Anyway, you know how we had this analogy between gravity and electricity, and we used that same equation. Actually, it wasn't exactly the same equation, but it was very similar. Well, we're gonna have the same kind of deal when we're talking about potential energy and kinetic energy. And you guys are like, wow, there's a lot of these good, connections that kind of go back and forth. I think that's really exciting. So when we're talking about all right, so once upon a time, I talked to you guys about the potential to do something. Now, if I take a book, a heavy book, and I hold it over my head, can you see the book? And I hold it over my head, and it has the potential to do work, right? It has the potential to, if I'm just holding it here, it's not moving. It doesn't have moving energy. It has potential energy. It has the potential to really hurt me, right? Yeah, to drop on my head. Exactly. Good. Very good. Now, going back to that, remember that I was showing you guys about the contour maps? And we had a map that kind of looked like this.
Yeah.
And we were saying, okay, well, now here's the contour of some kind of cliff or something like that. And if I were to put a tire right here, but say I didn't move it, I'm just holding the tire right there. It actually has, well, the reason why I originally showed you this contour map is because I was showing you how electric field lines work. How we're talking about, like things that look like this. In essence, those are contour maps. That's what they are. They're contour maps. But let's scratch that. And let's talk about the contour map. Let's go back to an actual physical, tangible thing that we can hold. Imagine if I held a tire right here. That has a potential energy, right? It has the potential to roll down the hill. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
And if it's closely spaced together, that means it's very steep, and so therefore it has a lot of potential to roll down the hill. Versus if it's like kind of spread out a little bit, it has less potential because a tire right here will roll faster than a tire right here. You guys see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when we're talking about like the potential energy of something, we're talking about the energy of we use the equation E, and we call that the electric potential energy, because here's kind of how I think about it is, imagine if you have a positive charge here, right?
Okay.
And you put another positive charge here. Now you put a nail in this one right here, and so you lock that guy down. What is this one on the right side going to do?
Move all the way to the right.
It's going to move to the right, right? It's going to repel.
Yeah.
It's going to go away. But say I put a nail in this one too, and it doesn't get to move. Well, it still has that energy that you know what I mean, because it's associated, because it's repelling right now. But it's not moving, so it actually has the potential to move. Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
So, like, if I were to draw the electric field lines of just that point charge, it would look like that. And then if I had another positive test charge that I put in there, that now has a potential, because it has the potential to move. Now, here's what we do with with electric potential. Like here's kind of what we're going to talk about in this chapter. You guys ever use a camera? And you guys ever use like the flash on a camera?
I try not to.
Let's talk about like a little bit older cameras, because like the iPods don't really use flash, and the iPads don't use flash, and the iPhones or whatever. But like the old cameras, they used to go like this, and then you would like flash. You guys ever hear that? Like the battery would charge up the thing.
Yeah.
What you're doing is you're building a potential, or here's a more recent development is, have you ever heard of a AED, or a artificial external defibrillator?
Oh, yeah.
Like you ever see on